So let's get right into it. First off, background on my poster. I am struggling a little bit on my website creating an about section. I have a lot of life that I could talk about, and so I'm hoping a lot of the about is going to come out through blog posts, and I'll just kind of add to that section as we go. This will be one of those times. So my history is that I was formerly a single mother. I worked constantly, and despite that, I still struggled quite a bit. I was working at a motorcycle parts distributor. I originally was in customer service when my daughter was first born, and then I was brought into sales and marketing as kind of a liaison between the two. In the thick of it, I was working, upwards 60 plus hours a week. It was definitely a struggle when my daughter was first born. Daycare, the younger the child, the more expensive daycare is, and I paid as much as sending her to private school for her first year of daycare. It got easier by the time I met my husband. Now I was able to juggle it and make it, but I had to learn how to save money. There were not as many apps. There wasn't as much opportunity to find coupons and things like that. I would sometimes go to 5 different stores on the weekend, but it was a struggle. During that time, I was also going back to college. I had left college when I was 19, and actually it was when I was 20. So I was 20 when September 11th happened, and I kind of decided life's too short right around then, and I sold everything I had, and I started moving around the United States. That is probably the first sample of the anthropologist soon to come. I definitely formed a lot of who I am in moving around the United States and all the people that I met on my way. After that, when I came back, I was pregnant, and I began working for the motorcycle parts distributor. I struggled a lot. I actually was told to call for SNAP relief for welfare, Texas. I think it's called the Texas Lone Star card. And I called, and I was told that I made too much money by pennies to qualify for welfare assistance. And word for word, I was told that I make just enough to starve. And so that was the beginning of kind of like figuring out how to hustle. And I don't say hustle in a derogatory fashion. It's just learning how to honestly save money to be able to afford to live. That is where the fire for my learning about food comes from. I have talked to many people in the past 8 years who want to learn about food and now farming. I find that most people have some kind of an experience in their lives that brings them to it, whether it is access like me, or nutrition, or the environment, or inexperience with an animal or something like that. I'm curious about all of it. I don't necessarily have many answers. I can tell you a lot of really interesting facts that I've learned and point you in the right direction. What anthropology brings to the table is a form of research. I do ethnographies. This is, you might hear UX design, user-centered design, community-based research, CPBR, on-the-ground research. You work with actual communities of people, and it's grounded research. So you work with these people and you learn from them how they see the world and the things that they deal with, and you form theories from that. So that is my background. That is what I'm doing here, and that is what my poster is going to be about.